All right, folks, I know some of y'all are shocked because I'm not in my kitchen, right? So listen, I'm actually at my pad where I live at, you know what I mean? And look, today I'm finna show you guys how to run a real offset smoker. You know what I mean? I'm always in my backyard where I do my kitchen videos at. You guys always see that. You know, I'm always using like a pellet grill or a kettle grill, but today we're gonna go ahead and get down. Listen, I do read the comments. Y'all been asking for it, so here we go. Hey, and let me go ahead and say this. We're gonna go ahead and make some ribs today. Now, with that being said, you guys come on over here and take a look. You're gonna see, this is where it all started, right? We gotta build ourselves a fire. But most importantly, we gotta get ourselves set up with a cold bed. Now, you see all that ash in there down there? We gotta get that out of there. We wanna start fresh. Now, you see how it's elevated here? Listen, for those of you guys that, you know, been fooling with that fire all your life, you know everything, fire needs air. So that's why it's elevated up this way. We gotta have it down there. Now, when you look down there, some of that's impeded by having the ash. So since we gonna start, let's go ahead and start with just like a clean chamber. I'm not finna do no full clean. We just want to get it clean so air can go in there. And that's why they got these right here. This is gonna all come into play and I'm gonna explain it all to you. So what I'm doing is I'm just pushing this down because I want to pull this out. Right? So instead of me just doing that, which turns out to be even better, as much as I do, I got a shop vac. It's in my garage. Just want to get that out off of there. Right, so we just push all this down. Hey, now look, after I done pulled that heavy grate, you know, out of there, I'm just thinking, look, we got nephew right here. Look, I had to tell him put his gloves on. Listen, we got to work, folks. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna put the head to the back. You know what that means? I'm finna work.
Hey, so look, just take this. I had to buy a whole new shovel. Let me just tell you, when you grill a lot, I don't know what happens to them. Anyway, don't worry about it. Just let's go ahead and hit that and get that out of it, you know, and you put it in there. All right, nephew, I see you. So look, let me explain to everybody. Look, I didn't even really want it that clean. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna stop him from doing it, but if he get it that clean, that's cool right there. I got a shop vac, that'll help. You know what I mean? I'll be having the things that make it easy for myself. But now that I got my nephew here working with me, you know what I mean? As long as nephew here, I got ox strength. You know what I mean? If anything ever break down, I got the man with me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, look, now we finna figure this part out. That's done. Now I'm getting ready to put okay, look, I'll take all this from you. Go ahead and grab that. Yeah, let's put that back in there. Now I want you guys to look at this. Again, now you can see, even with it being, you know, super clean down here, as the camera comes down, you see that down there? That allows air to flow in here, right? So when we got fire or embers up here, it kind of like stokes it, keeps the heat going. All of this comes into play, folks. So if you guys didn't know that, listen, like today, I'm gonna attempt to show you guys, you know, just what it's like to run one of these. And these are super simple. Now, all right, so look, now, this the part that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our splits. I'm gonna show you guys what the splits are, you know, as soon as I go and get them. So let's go ahead and start that. You can just put that there and fill that up. So what he doing is right now, he gonna fill this up with charcoal. And obviously this is my chimney. And what we're gonna do is I'll show you the whole thing. So what you see right here is these are just fire starters. You know what I mean? Even when I did that last corn video that you guys, you know, just saw, that had the little wax cubes. These are nothing but wax straw or whatever this is, but it's coated so it'll stay on fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and help him out. I'll just put it right there for now. All right, so now the reason I use, you know, charcoal briquettes like this helps me go ahead and get these spliffs together. So you'll see. I'm gonna go get them right now. So go ahead and lift it up. I'm gonna just set this right here. Put this going. All right, put that on top. We leave it like that. Because look, actually, I'm gonna take this and slide that in. So all I'm doing here is getting my charcoals, get them nice and hot. You know what I mean? Get them on fire. And then now let me go ahead and get the wood. And then I'll show you guys what that look like. Now I want you guys to look. I gotta try to find some kind of like shade. You see that red, that heat underneath the bottom of there? That's telling me that it's working its way up and it's gonna be fine, right? So we go in there. Now let's talk about this wood. If you notice, look, these splits right here are super big. You ask me, this is something that I would put in my offset, like on my trailer. You know what I mean? That's good for 500 gallons. When you got a big giant box, those are perfect. Now, this pile that you just saw on the right, that was my little smaller piles. And this right here, just to show you, I want you guys to see, look at the thickness. I use these when I'm starting a coal bed. Now, it takes longer to get that lit, you know what I mean? Because that's why I use so much, as what you're seeing right there. Look, I use a lot of, charcoal, and I like to get a nice little bed to get that started. And then I put them big, heavy splits on top of there, because it's going to take a minute. I see it in the video about a 45 minutes to an hour. This is really, or more so for like hour 15, hour and 20, before you can get those broke down into, a coal bed. Now, if you guys come here, look, after I build this and get this like this, I'm going to set this one here. Now, these are my bigger logs. It's going to take a minute for it to catch. Now, I'm going to push this in. Right? I got that in there. If you guys look up at the stack back there, it's huffing and puffing because it's close over there. But what the objective is for us to get that on fire, because this is going to be my base for me to go ahead and set up. You know what I mean? So we want to clear up all this smoke. I know everybody says smoke. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in just 1 second. We're going to have to wait. This probably takes, in this one right here, and that thick of wood, it's probably going to take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get it right.
Hey, I can smell the wood already.
Oh, yeah. All right, so listen, I'm gonna give up all of the gems. You know what I mean? I'm sure somebody out there like, hey, B, why you giving it all up? But listen, it's not as easy as I say it is, but it takes time, right? That's why they say it take a minute, for you to learn. But I want to show you something that you guys can see right now. If you notice that now that we starting to catch fire, right, it's not smoking as much. Listen, when all those logs are on fire, it don't smoke the way you would think it do. Everybody say, like when it's smoldering, it's a bunch of factors. Like, is your wood wet? I had all this wood sitting out here on that trailer over there. I already used all the wood I had already. Then when I go to that over the trailer, it's been raining out here. You know what I mean? So really it's drying out and burning. But as you see, as it catches on fire, it's a little bit less and less smoke. But again, this right here and these big pieces like this, they serving a purpose. I'm finna cook that all the way down. I'm gonna let that burn all the way down until it look like how it was when I put them briquettes in there. I want them to be just red and on fire, and then we finna start producing, a good smoke. Okay, so look, now what you guys are seeing is, listen, now we about halfway done, but notice that in the middle right there, you see how it's glowing red? That's a bed, folks. That's actually a little bit down more than I would like, but we gonna wait. We wanna get all that wood, so that way when I touch it, it's gonna crumble, and then that way we'll start putting different splits on there, you know what I mean? So that we can, get that heat and get rid of this dirty smoke and get some good smoke. You know what I mean? But now I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. We halfway done. So look, ultimately, this is what you want to have. Look, when it all, burns down, you see that right there? Now we working with a good coal bed. I'm looking at my heat, and this kind of like, staying steady. You know what I mean? So now I'm just finna close this. You know what I mean? Look, now here go my ribs. I'm gonna go ahead and, prep these and get these ready. Now these come from Costco. They pretty much prepped as it is. I'm looking at them. This is not really how to get your ribs ready. I got so many videos, you know what I mean? I can go into detail again on another video, but I just want to show you guys when you use a stick burner, something of this nature like this, or any stick burner, when you do it right, you get your airflow right, you get that clean smoke. And if you really look over there, look at them stacks now, you see how you don't see nothing? That's what we want to have, right? They call that the blue, I don't know, I ain't never seen the blue, but you know how when you look at, you see a mirage, or you see some people say it look like a mirage, it look like heat vapors. If you see that out there, coming out there, that's it. I'm gonna explain some more to you in just 1 second. Let me go ahead and get these ribs together. Let me put these other gloves on. I'm finna show you.
All right, now it's probably time to add, 2 more splits to it up. Let me grab 2 for you.
All right. Hey, get 2 small ones.
Yeah.
Now, look, the reason we gonna get 2 small ones is, and we wanna make sure it's not dry. You know what I mean? We wanna make sure it's not wet, right?
It's not wet. We need these to ignite, so if you put it in that.
There you go, there you go. Hey, he giving up the gems, folks.
Hey.
You gotta know why you doing what you're doing.
Hey, look, I'm gonna lay these across this middle. Then we're gonna leave this door open.
You know what you want me doing, man? Because I'm gonna get in there.
Okay.
So look, you guys come on in here, look at this right here. Coal bed, folks. Now, I'm gonna take this one, put it over here, and this one, I'll just put right there. Right now, I'm gonna leave the door open so it can get a maximum amount of air so that, it can go ahead and hurry up and ignite. Quicker that catch fire, the quicker that smoke starts to clean up. Once I see both of those 2 splits are lit, you know what I mean? That's when I put my door back, and then we start maintaining our temp.
Because we don't want to close this while it's still smoking.
No.
Because that's going to get on our food, people.
Right. That's the dirty smoke. All right, so now you want to see right there, you see how that's ignited? You can look underneath the bottom of them, see how they turning gray on the edges? That's on fire. Now I'm getting a little bit of smoke now. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my door back to where I know it stays, about like right there. And then I'm gonna let it settle in about 10 minutes, maybe about 10 minutes, then my temperature will come back. Now I'm gonna show you something else, come here. You see right here, say we at 250. Notice how they off just a little bit. I'm telling you, it'd be different temperatures down here than it is when they get up here and they kind of roll. And don't forget, I can control it here. Sometimes it depends on what's going on. Sometimes I have that completely closed and only vent from the back. Today, we don't have no wind out here, so all of these are factors, you know what I mean? But we want to get the maximum amount of flow in there to get rid of some of that smoke. Now, you can see it got a little bit of smoke that's coming off of there. That's good, because when we put these ribs in there, after I get through seasoning them and cutting them the way I want to cut them, you want to get some smoky flavor on there. And look, I have this here. I'm gonna show you, there's certain tools that you can have that just like give you a peace of mind. And I noticed that say 278, we come up here, this is at 250 and it's starting to rise or whatever. You know what I mean? So listen, we gotta, now I say 280. I like to just use different things and I take the general consensus and then that's how I maintain it. Because ain't nothing perfect, folks.
Or as y'all can see right now, I'm just getting this cleaned up for Unc. So he can come through and, trim these off, make these look pretty. Trim some of that fat off. Me knowing Unc, I know this ain't no barbecue competition. So we're not going to do all that trimming.
No, sir.
But if this was, y'all wouldn't want no smoke with us.
All right, folks, look, we're at that point where, you know what I mean, I feel like I got to like just explain to everybody who I am. You know what I mean? And what my, what the passion is. Yeah, you guys know I can cook. Some of you guys leave comments and say stuff like, hey, B, when you gonna get on the smoker? You know what, I'm gonna get on it now, because actually I've been on it every day for the last couple of months. You guys just don't know that, but right now, doing me a little trimming. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to put these in, and we finna eat good tonight.
Hey, so we can, finishing up this last one. Unc over there tending to that fire.
Check this out. I don't know if y'all can see that in there, but that right there is just right. Lord, those last two splits I put in there is right. And if you look up here, look, I got it adjusted just the way I want it. Look at this right here. Come on over here, look. What's that say? 275, 275. And we got clean smoke, folks. All right, so I want you guys to pay attention. Look at right there. It's holding 250, so we good. So look, nephew, go ahead and bring this over. I'm gonna lose a lot of my temp because I'm gonna be explaining to you, and I gotta put these, the ribs on top here anyway. So I'm gonna open this up like this, get this open. Go ahead and, I think I'm gonna use this one. Right, so we're gonna put these up here like this. Let's go like this. All right, and then look at how I squish these in. That's what you want to do, folks. You want to bring them in because the way you put them down is the way they're going to cook. So you want them to be as straight as possible. You might not even got it over far enough. Nope. So let's bring this out just a little bit further. Let's pick this one up. Let's put it back here. Pick it up because you got seasoning on the backside. Even though we not going, ain't no meat on there, but you still want to pick it up and tuck it in. Just like that. Now, I think I'm going to do this one. And we do the exact same thing. Nephew, I gotta start using that long reach you got, man. But look at these. These are gonna be fire, folks. I mean, this is what I do. You know what I mean? I ain't all excited like that, you know what I mean? Because do one today, do 20 tomorrow, and do one next week. They all the same. All right, so let me go ahead and close this. Let's get some heat built back up in here. I got it set, so it's gonna do its thing. We're gonna wait, we're gonna look at it again in maybe about 12 minutes. After that, everything should be done settled in. My split should be, back the way they're supposed to be, and that's it. Now you see what we're doing right here, right? Because I got so much wood, I'm tired of sweeping this off. What I'm doing is I got me a wood rack. I got another one coming. They only just had this one. I should have got the bigger one. They had that one too. You know what I mean? But the next one's coming is gonna be the bigger one. So we could just stack it. Hey, so just taking a look now, you know what I mean? I'm finna grab my tongs and just see where we at. I can see that the bark is already set. Normally we just run our finger across it to see, make sure none of the bark or none of that finished part is, coming off, but I can see that it's already set. So let me just close this back. Let's get this heat back up. I'm gonna say probably in about another 20 minutes, I'm gonna go inside, get my tongs. I don't know why I don't have them out here. And then we start bending them and just see where we at. Now I want you guys to look at this right here. We always talk about the bend. Look at this right here. You see, when it's like that, now it's time to wrap, right? So I'm gonna just put this over here and just wrap this up. Usually I put butter, but I'm gonna finish these up because I'm trying out that new rub. I just wanna go ahead and taste it, see how it is. Got a little hot down here. You see that right there? A little hot. But these pieces right here, whew. Now, just go ahead and get it, wrap. Then we'll just finish these, till I get the right temperature internal. And I'll check them. Right, so let me put these back in. I got my fire, quit burning all of the smoke. Just put a couple of splits. This will be the last of it. This will probably only be in here maybe about 35, 40 minutes. But we'll finish it up like that. Okay, so look, it kind of like we ran into like the dark, right? You know what I mean? So it's dark 30 outside. I got them. Here we go. You can see right here, these are the ribs. I done cut these. The rest of them, I'm gonna still let them, oh, look at this right here. If it come off, and look how clean that came. But this wasn't really like a rib video, folks. You know what I mean? Ooh, my goodness. Now, this is a little bit softer than I would like for it to be. But I know everybody out there in that backyard, you want to have something like this. If you're doing a competition, you want this to stay on the bone. But look at that. This is a good tasting rib. Now, really, it was just about using a stick burner and then trying to just see how it works, what you want to do with the fire and getting a little bit of the fire science. I will do one as the days get a little bit longer, so I can show you guys and it'll just be straight detail. The ribs are just like a little bit of a bonus. That was for me doing it, but this right here is fire. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, what you think. If you want to see more content like this or even better than this, I apologize, this week got so much going on right now. This is a good rib. Let me know down in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating the rest of these. I'm gonna let the rest of these, rest, cut them down and get them off to where they go. And you know how I do my videos. I'm out. Peace. Well, the other one. Peace.